Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the Let's Be Frank podcast with your guy Frank the Tank Vizcarra. And so pretty much this episode right here, I wouldn't even call it episode 1. This is gonna be more like our pilot right here. I want to introduce myself to you guys, let you know my story a little bit, and our next episode should be a lot more lengthier. We'll have some awesome guests for you guys within the real estate industry, real estate investing industry. So it's going to be good. Really looking forward to it. But yeah, let me introduce myself first. So first off, you guys are probably asking, what do they call you, Frank the Tank? So here's the backstory on that one right there. For two reasons, actually. First reason, some people said I'm like a little tank, kind of solid. That was the first reason. But the real reason why I got that name was back in the day, one of my favorite movies was Old School. The movie's a classic. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you guys gotta watch that movie with Will Ferrell. So a character in there, Will Ferrell, he's Frank the Tank, and this dude he was an animal. He'd get hammered, he'd get super drunk. We're going streaking. It's a crazy movie. So, I mean, back in the day, I would just get completely blitzed and just freaking Frank the Tank. All my buddies would call me that. So, that's the story behind that. So what's the podcast going to be about? The podcast pretty much, for the most part, is going to be about real estate and real estate investing. So I want to get back to you guys and show you guys what I'm doing. I want to interview some of the people in the industry that are doing better than myself, to give insight and, just to learn from them, really. After that, I definitely want to spin this off into some more broad topics, current events, sports, just everyday stuff, and just really have fun with this podcast. So, I mean, let me tell you guys how I got from where I was to where I am now in real estate. So I want to say about 10 years ago, it's actually 10 years this year, back in 2014, I was actually still selling hot dogs. I got a hot dog cart. I invested into buying this hot dog cart out in LA. I converted it. I made it all, all compliant with the health department for San Bernardino County. And I just started doing little gigs here and there. Then I finally got a little contract with the Victorville courthouse. And I was a hot dog guy out front for about 2.5, almost 3 years. That was pretty interesting. You met some interesting people at the courthouse. Saw some crazy stuff too. I got some crazy videos that I'll show you guys eventually. There was some crazy stuff that happened out front. So I was there. I just wanted to do better. I had my daughter, and I need to make more income. So I got my real estate license. So I was a realtor. I was a salesperson for about 3-4 years. From there on out, I was like, all right, I want more. So I went in and got my real estate broker license. I opened my own brokerage. And we did that for about 5 or 6 years. I had about 20 agents. That was a pretty interesting chapter. It was great, I just wanted something more again. So here I am. And a couple years ago, I invested into a coaching program, a mastermind program, with Ryan Pineda. If you guys are interested in checking that out too, you want to learn more about real estate investing, go check out his stuff too. Learned a ton from their program, and I just really got heavy into real estate investing. So what am I really doing with real estate investing right now? My bread and butter are fix and flips. I love getting a property that's just trashed, all jacked up, and bringing it back to life. We see some crazy stuff out there. I guess I'm not really gonna sugarcoat any of this. I've seen some crazy crap, like literally crap. Like we've seen like crap on the wall. I don't know what's going on with some of these people, but probably drugs. I don't know, but we've got some crazy stuff like that. We've fixed it up. We've cleaned it up real good, sterilized it, and it's it's so rewarding to me to see this house that's just jacked up, trashed, and then we bring it back to life. I've had somebody, actually my stager, Lisa, shout out to you. She told me, she's like, hey, thanks, Frank. I'm like, what, for what? She's like, well, you guys are like just revitalizing our neighborhoods, one house at a time. Well, thank you. I thought about it and I was like, okay, that's a really cool way to look at it. So we're really transforming these neighborhoods too, one house at a time. So it's pretty neat. So that's really my bread and butter right there at the moment. I really love fixing and flipping. It's nothing like the shows you see on TV, like Flip or Flop. It's a little crazier than that, honestly. I should get some footage out there. Actually, I'll get you guys some footage out in the field. We also do stuff called wholesaling. So what wholesaling is, you get a contract. Say you get a contract for, you get a house under contract for $200,000, right? And we don't want to fix and flip that one because maybe our resources are tied up or, for whatever other reason. So we'll get it under contract for $200,000, for example. We'll find another investor who does have the resources, and let's just say we're going to sell him that contract or assign it to him for $220,000. We still make $20,000, so it's a pretty good deal still. So we do the wholesales. We do something called novations. I'll get more into that later. That's a little more complex. But we still do traditional real estate too. If none of those options are an option for somebody, then we'll help them the traditional route. We'll get the property, we'll list it for them, the traditional way, and help them that way. Our goal here too, at the end of the day, is to help people and give them a solution one way or another. So that's really where we're at with that. And then where does the future hold for me after this? What's next? I would say just to continue to grow this business, scale this business, and teach others. I really want to teach others about real estate, the power of real estate. That's really rewarding to me too. There's so much benefits from that, just teaching people and giving back to them. So that's going to be good. But really, that's going to be it in a nutshell. So I want to thank you guys, whoever's tuning in right now. This is just the beginning. I know it's probably a little dry, this first pilot, I guess you could say, but it's going to get way more exciting. I'm going to have some great guests from all over the country. We're going to teach you guys different topics about real estate investing. And I just really want to have fun with this. Eventually, like I said, I want to just do more broader topics. We'll talk about sports, a current event, whatever. I really want to have fun with this podcast. So if you guys also have any ideas on any topics, or if you want to be a guest on the Let's Be Frank podcast, let me know. Shoot me a DM, and we'll see you guys soon.